Welcome back to Business 150, Introduction to Management. This is now our last module, and we look at the fourth of the four managerial functions. That's right, this module we're talking about control. And you can see from this title slide, our first video looks at the topic of managerial control. What is control? Why is it so important? Why is it we include it in one of the four fundamental managerial functions? Well, we hope that at the end of this video, you'll be able to define managerial control and explain why it is so necessary. Why do we talk about control? Because as we've said again and again, management is about delivering consistency. Consistency in terms of, well, consistent performance, whether or not that means a consistent, reliable product or a consistent, repeatable service that you're delivering to your customer. The whole idea here, of course, is that if your customer can rely upon what you deliver time and again, that breeds reliability and that breeds loyalty. And so in order to build a consistent relationship with your customer, you have to be able to deliver consistency in your product or service. That's why you need control. You need to be able to control the processes that lead up to delivery of products and services. That's why we have control, so that your customer at the end of the day knows what to expect from you. So when we talk about control in organizations, we mean management control includes all the activities an organization undertakes to ensure that its actions lead to achieving its objectives. So in that sense, managerial control includes, well, just about everything that goes into delivering a consistent experience. So a management control system is a planned, ordered scheme of control that allows managers to assess instantly where are we versus where are we supposed to be. How are things going now versus how are things supposed to be going? You see the illustration above of, a manager looking through an on-screen dashboard to be able to instantly see where things are. That's just a representation of what it means, so that managers at any moment in time are able to easily assess where are we right now versus where are we supposed to be. And that includes a whole process of internal controls. You see that described as the third bullet point here on the slide. Internal controls are the processes that make sure you're reaching your objectives relating to efficiency, accuracy, and compliance in all of these realms, not only regulatory and financial and operational, but every type of efficiency, financial reporting, and regulatory compliance. Why is control necessary? Why do you have to put control in place in order to deliver consistency? Because the environment is always changing, right? Hey, we're now living in a COVID-19 pandemic. We won't always be, but that changed on us in a minute and changed everything we had to do in business in order to survive and to thrive and to prosper. We have to limit the magnification of errors. What does that mean, the term magnification of errors? It means that when you allow errors into the process, they tend to multiply and the errors build upon each other to the point where if you don't limit your errors, they will exacerbate each other. There are some notable examples of this, by the way. One of the reasons why some of the earliest iterations of the Windows operating system were so buggy, were so prone to crashes and errors, was because of small errors at certain key parts of the code base that built upon each other to the point where the entire operating system was unreliable. Some of us are old enough to remember when some of the earlier versions of Windows, for instance, Windows 3.1 and 3.3 for workgroups and those kinds of things, were just awfully buggy operating systems. Control is also necessary because we have to deal with increased organizational complexity. The world is getting more complex, my friends, not more simple. And with increased complexity comes increased complication and the need to control the process. And finally, costs always tend to creep upwards, and control is the thing that keeps it in check. Again, get back to the very first lecture, right? If you aren't making a profit, you're not keeping the lights on. And if you don't keep your costs under control, you'll never run a profit. For at least these 4 reasons, then, control is absolutely necessary to put in place. So, we hope that this gives you a sense of what is managerial control and why is it necessary? Why is it required? Why is it so important that we make it one of the 4 primary managerial functions? Well, we hope that's a good introduction to the short little module on control. We'll see you in the next lecture.